What's good, everybody? It's your boy Crazy Eyes here, coming at you today with a little discussion on the Mandela effect. Now, basically, the Mandela effect is, according to some people, back in the early 80s, in like 83, Nelson Mandela died in an African prison. And according to others, he died in 2015, around December. Now, some would refer to this as a misremembering of the situation. I mean, me too. But then I started looking around, and there's been a few other changes. For instance, the Monopoly guy, he never had a monocle. And I remember a scene in Ace Ventura when Nature Calls, and he sees the guy in like one of the first scenes. He sees the guy with the monocle, and he calls him the Monopoly guy. I mean, Pikachu's tail never being tipped black. Now, I've drawn my whole life, and I remember Pokemon, the craze when I was coming up in like the 90s, and all of us kids used to draw Pokemon. And I mean, I drew Pikachu with the black tip on his tail all the time. Now, when I first heard this one, though, I thought it was like a design change that came with like a new generation or something like that. But turns out, no, he's always been without a black tip. There are other examples that really got me thinking, like the fact that our Bible has changed. I remember the lion laid with the lamb, but I looked in two of my Bibles, hard copies, and sure enough, man, my heart dropped when I read Isaiah 11:6. It says the wolf will lay with the lamb. Man, this really got me thinking. Like, I mean, something had to have changed. You know, I've asked people who were really good with the Bible, and you know, they were telling me without even looking at the scripture, of course, it says lion with the lamb. You know, and it's not even the case anymore. So I started looking around, and I stumbled across this. Now, a whole video breaking down just this screenshot is out there, but here's some highlights. On his chest it says Bond 1. The first James Bond was played by Barry Nelson. The sign under Bond 1, Mandela. Now, you could say Nelson Mandela, you know, with Barry Nelson. I find it kind of weird that you can actually say the whole thing, though. Like Barry Nelson Mandela. The play on words with Barry, of course. And since the Mandela effect is based on the question of when we really laid this man to rest, I find this little screenshot especially curious. So in conclusion, something weird is going on, and I think CERN has something to do with it. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, thanks for listening. If you have anything to add or got a subject you'd like to hear about, hit that comment section. Otherwise, this is your boy Crazy Eyes. Until next time, I'm out.